So, I was driving to see a movie last night. Thanks for the invite, you're a jerk, continue. And I was listening to the radio, and there was hockey on it. Is it radio from the future? Is the lockout over? Marlie Minute, Steve's got a time-traveling radio, Marty McFly, Marlie Minute. Do they sell these radios at Canadian Tire? Hi, it's Marlie Minute. No, I'm not going to call it MFR because that's too close to LFR. Also, it starts with MF. The Toronto Marlies wiped the floor with the Hamilton Bulldogs 5-0 at Ricoh. UC Runas with his first start and first win of the season for the Toronto Marlies, stopping all 31 shots for the shutout. And this game was won for the Marlies early and fast. The game-winning goal coming just 51 seconds into the game, scored by Greg McKegg, assist by Nazem Kadri. Nice. It looked like sort of an accidental kind of deflection pass, but whatever. Greg McKegg in front of the net, stick on the ice, that's how you score goals. Less than 7 minutes in, a very similar goal, but instead of Nazem Kadri being behind the net, it was Leo Komarov passing in front to Kenny Ryan. 2-0, Kenny Ryan's first of the season after having some trouble getting into the lineup at all. Kenny Ryan, by the way, the second ever draft pick of Brian Burke. The first was Nazem Kadri, then it was Kenny Ryan, 50th overall in 2009. Why do I know that off the top of my head? I don't know. I also know Blacker went 58. Like, I don't remember how to long divide, and I remember that. Apologies to my grade 3 teacher. Sorry, Miss Volpe. I turned out okay. You should probably ignore the toys. Anyway, so 2-0 Marlies, less than 7 minutes in, so the rough stuff starts. I don't know if this is always the trend, but it's been my experience with the AHL that when a team gets in trouble, the fights start immediately. Will Acton taking on Gabriel Dumont. Does nothing though because the Marlies dump it out. The puck takes a weird bounce leading to a 2-on-1. Kenny Ryan finishes that off, his second of the game, again after struggling to even get into the lineup. So 3-0 Marlies now, Ryan getting 2 of those goals, and the Bulldogs decide, we should probably get him off the ice, so he gets into a fight with Blake Jeffrey on. Bulldogs goalie Robert Mayer, by the way, yanked. 3 goals on 6 shots. Ugh. Nicholas Deschamps tips in a Jay Gardner shot, 4-0 Marlies, and then Mike Koska with a blast, 5-0, less than halfway through the game, and that's the way it ended. So it's kind of funny how things turn out, because in the first Marlies Minute video that I made yesterday, I talked about, okay, Keith Aucoin, new acquisition, hasn't been great in the first games, no goals, no assists, no points, and a -5. Well, he was a +2 in this one, and he got 3 assists in this game, giving him 3 points on the season, making him second on the Marlies in scoring. And the top 2 scorers on the Marlies, tied with 4 points apiece, Jake Gardner and Mike Koska, both defensemen, by the way. Oh, early season stats never change. And by never change, I mean fluctuate dramatically. Since it's almost noon, I'll cut this video off here because the Marlies play in 3 hours. They take on the Grand Rapids Griffins in Ricoh. I'm doing these, by the way, because I asked for feedback after the last one, and you said do them! And I'm like, well, I'm not doing anything else this morning, and I don't have to do KHL highlights till later, so there you go. Yeah, by the way, here's how my day went yesterday. I got up, did a hockey cards video for theleafsnation.com, then I did the Marlie Minute, then I went downtown, did a bunch of KHL highlights with Andrei Osachenko, came home and listened to the Marlies game on the radio. Lockout? I hadn't noticed. Oh, and I also worked for the OHL's Mississauga Steelheads. So if you want to actually see highlights of the stuff I was talking about, I'm going to put a link in the underbar and you can check them out there. In the meantime, do what you got to do, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and you can complain about there being an NHL lockout, that's fine, I totally understand, but don't complain about there being no hockey, because it's just not true.